Alright, do we want to just, like, try that again? I guess we'll just try that again, and it'll probably fail horribly again, but, like, let's just try it again. Instead of just being like, well, time to go mages again. But yeah, for those unfamiliar with an auto-battler baseline concept, we're kind of building a team of units. We're going to be fighting other players' teams of units, and we try to build a team that is more consistent and wins more often than other teams do. So there's a few different modes in this game. There's some modes that are primarily like more of a roguelike sort of experience that have a PvP thing at the very end. This mode specifically is pretty much just the PvP focus, and we're fighting against other players asynchronously, so they're kind of their saved boards that they had in the past sort of thing. And in this mode, we've found one kind of the classes, the mage class, to be generally the strongest, but I'm kind of trying to experiment and try some different builds and see if we find other stuff that actually still works, instead of it just being mages. I mean, we're basically trying to make the build we lost to last run, or well, last run before the quick loss that we just had there anyway. Hey, Honest Dad! Yeah, if anyone has any questions about what's going on, feel free to ask Deathburger. Yeah, that is not, like, I don't even really know why it's here in this mode. You can sacrifice one of your units to get food, but there's no food in this mode, so we will not be using the Deathburger space. But it is still just chilling there. It is, in fact, a burger, yep. You correctly read the symbology. Okay, reduce enemies' armor. This could have maybe won the first fight we lost last time. So we want that. But yeah, there's different classes that get different set bonuses and stuff for having different types of the same class, things like that. We're trying to make a build to focus on the shooter class right now. That is like long-range melee damage sort of thing. I mean, I could actually grab Last Word even with just the one tank. So when the tank dies, another ally, hopefully our shooter gets 100 armor. That's, like, probably the best thing short term. Is that good if we're only gonna have one tank? Or counterpoint, do we want more than one tank? Maybe we're okay having another cheap tank or two when we have this. Yeah, okay. If we take that, we're allowed to take another cheap tank. I think I'm on board with that plan. That makes sufficient sense to me. And like, so this little part here is just a real quick PvE thing that you fight a little enemy and then you get your shop here. Alright, we got another shooter. Since we've got two shooters now, everybody on the whole team gets a modest little attack speed buff. That's what the shooter's kind of set bonus is. For those that are familiar with other auto-battlers, there's no combining units, or no like tripling units to get a stronger version of the same unit or whatever. The football, that's a thrower. We've got shooters. We don't want to do the throwers. The throwers are shorter range, often more AoE sort of units that can end up. They can also get the ability to throw your other units into the enemy team, which I think is a big part of the thrower build. Okay. So do I want to buy cheap rerolls immediately? I actually kind of thought the Super Bowl had already happened. Is how little attention I am paying to it at this point. I mean, if we keep losing early with this team, and it feels like we kind of need to live long enough to have time for this team to become something. So maybe that means we're just rolling for more units like right away. But if we're rolling aggressively early on, do we want the fine, I'll get the cheap rolls. Pretzels, also a thrower class thing. Okay, another cheap tank should hopefully be enough to win us the fight. And I guess I'll buy 2 newbies here too. Oh, they've got this too. Okay. But they might only have one. We need to make sure the newbies die early, so we don't like. In fact, do we put the newbies up front before the tanks? Maybe we do something a little bit like this. Yeah, the egghead has 3 dots. The egghead summon buff towers for every 3 eggheads you have. And they give a modest buff to your whole team or debuff to the entire enemy team. Otherwise, they're like kind of so medium range, medium tank sort of units that I generally haven't been impressed by, and none of the actual starting teams start with an egghead, which makes it harder to feel like I need to go them at any point. We have seen some enemy teams that have been successful-ish with eggheads. Okay, well, you got the armor. Oh, but okay. So I should have maybe paused, but we died very fast. Because I still don't actually know. I think the mage's basic attack is physical. Like, it still has to be, right? Because if we run a pure mage team, we do some amount of physical damage. It'd be like 20% or whatever, 25%. So they must have just had the Elden Ring that has like 130 attack, so even though we had 100 armor, they were still doing 30 damage a hit, and that was enough to kill me in 2 hits. I think is what happened. I could maybe tell if I watch back the VOD or whatever, but reading's quite. This is still pretty disappointing. Like, it's fine. It does help a little bit. Like, it's more than just 10% extra damage because it helps you pip up to do more damage against armor. So maybe I'd take it. Not entirely convinced. And then you've got like stuff like this. It's like tanks plus eggheads, and it makes your tanks attack faster. Like, that is so niche, and then the effect is not even very good. So I don't know about that. Probably go ahead and grab the nano mines. I mean, I could grab this, which makes the one fencer we have get a bunch of bonus damage for our newbies. But I think the nano mines are probably better. That makes enemies explode a little bit when they die. Alright, so always want that. I think for fun, continuing to roll down with our cheap units, just get another cheap tank and some more shooters, and then probably try to get the little bit of extra health to everybody. And then try to get the rubber bullets next round. I don't know how beneficial it actually is for me to buy extra newbies right now, so I'll just buy the one. I mean, they get XP too, and that XP transfers when we buy items. That's not a big deal. The amount of XP we get this early game is pretty low, but like, to some extent the question is, do we plan on buying 2 units next round? I think we do, therefore it's probably worth it. Okay, they are also shooters, but we have the tanks that'll armor ourselves up. They do have the armored shred and the crit, so maybe that tank's not going to be enough. They've got the blitz, so they have more attack speed, and they've already got the rubber bullets, but they don't have the extra health. Interesting. So yeah, this is kind of a, like, question of if the rubber bullets are big MVP here. Greetings, Ruru 2. I've only got the 2 shooters right now. Okay. The rubber bullets are not MVP that hardcore. That was my theory, but I wasn't sure. Shooters are so good that we can beat worse shooters. Managed to pull that one off at least. Okay. And then when my units only have like 100 health, it's quite a bit. It seems like a pretty good early on sort of thing. Taking it. shooters purge negative status effects. I mean, that seems like something we want eventually, but it doesn't really seem like something I want right now. Like, I'd really rather have just, for example, the plus 25% attack speed or stuff like that, you know? I think at 4 rerolls I'm gonna look for better and see if we end up disappointed. Stunning beauties may be okay for our garbage tanks and stun enemies that attack them. Hello, Chrono. Two rerolls is where it starts getting curious. Gonna greed. Might be disappointed. Might be really disappointed. Alright, well this is good later at least. When we get the bullet rain, I mean if we don't lose first, then we can use extra active abilities. Yep. So at least it wasn't a complete miss. We don't have any built-in healing, so I'm kind of setting it up so that the newbies take the damage. Because they'll get free healing when we buy an item to cheer them up there. Okay, I think we still want a cheap shot for like one more go of it, probably. Alright, give me one of the cheap things that I want. Okay, good. Got that, and then we can buy the rubber bullets. Got a lot of units. Okay, they've got imposter. So let's pull one of these back here. And then hope we can just bounce a bunch of bullets to brutalize them. Doesn't look like they've got any extra armor stuff. So it kind of feels like that lack of any extra armor stuff is gonna mean they get kind of wrecked. Yes, okay. Alright, 2 wins. We're like resembling like we have a chance for the future now. Do I need to settle for an explosive death? Like, it's not good. Still don't have the tier level 5 stuff available yet. I don't even know how good Vengefulness is either. Returning damage back is probably pretty good. Already grabbed those generics. 30% evasion on my shooters would be really good. I guess we don't have the acid bullets yet. We could get more armor shred. Anything else that is appealing? Don't know how good Intimidation even is either. Kind of feels like no, we don't have that many things that are good here. Maybe I just settle for this. Oh yeah, that is true. That does have at least some synergy with the Daleks. The sticky blood would be the better version of that at that point in the game. Rather than doing like marginal damage, it would debuff them. Like this is mostly only good in the next like 2 or 3 fights, but that's also the fights that it feels like I need the most health in, so I got 3 rolls. I'm gonna greet it. Okay, acid bullets is better. Could also get a crappy summon. Since this doesn't last that long, like I'm guessing this works with the rubber bullets though. Oh, also, I thought I'd already taken. It really needs to tell you how many you have. We get 2 picks each time, and I thought I had already taken one. It came back, and it... Got there. We don't have abilities. Okay, looks like we're getting explosive death after all. Happily better than nothing. Okay, cheap tank. So buy a cheap tank, and then I think I upgrade so we can start fighting our tier 3s. I don't know if I want a refrigerator. Like, do I want my tanks to be able to taunt at some point? Maybe. I don't know. There's like the egghead stuff. They get a grav gun. And carts. Well, we do have the explosive death of the final gift, so I guess extra newbies still pretty good. And we do want to get towards magic defense pretty soon. But it's sad when these first 2 don't do anything for me. Taki is one of my favorite characters to play in Soul Edge. Okay, so they've got an imposter, so one of their units is going to jump to my backline. Otherwise, they've got kind of the same thing, right? They've got shooters plus last word tanks. We've got the sticky blood. Got a very, very similar sort of thing going on here. Kind of wonder if I want a follow-up tank to block the like the extra damage hit go on a newbie, and then the follow-up have the tank block the unit back here. Okay, they've got rubber bullets as well. Got a nice little line here. I don't know, this makes sense in my head. I don't know if it's actually correct. Oh, they don't have a trickster, they just have the ability. Well, we did body them, so it's fine. They spent the money on a fridge. I didn't spend the money on the fridge. Okay. So we're floor 5 now. When does the Daleks? When do we get the Daleks? They're a pretty important part of our eventual scheme here. There's so many symbols. I'm like trying to recognize a symbol that kind of looks like a little robot. No, that's the tower thing. Here it is. Level 7. Okay, so not available yet. Do we have other shooter important stuff available on 5? Thick skin's on 7 as well. Penetrating shots is on 5. So that's our piercing. I don't know how that stacks with the bouncy, but I assume we want it. Garbage reinforcement. Rate of bullets is 5. Okay, yeah. So rate of bullets we really want a lot. And whatever that thing was up there that we kind of wanted. There's still 1 or 2 early level ones we wanted. Just 10% attack speed for everyone. No, we can't even get that one yet. That one is also 7. That's part of the Dalek combo, but not the most important part of it. And then the you thought the magic counterspell thing would be pretty good. And the mana burn, maybe. %5 splash damage. The shooter abilities are also nerfed. Yeah, I don't really mind stock art, but yeah, I think they are all custom. Toxic bandages probably pretty good. There's a few oddballs that like look too similar. Like I think this and this one, those two look too similar. Especially since they're both tagged as all class thing. But mostly they're reasonably distinct. Okay, we have some idea what we want, what's important. I didn't even really look at the tank stuff, because most of the tank stuff deals with like them taunting, which is currently not our plan. Our tanks are for giving armor to our other units. Gross. Like, I can take this, which will eventually do something. I mean, the main ability I want is the bullet rain, which has a 1,000,000-year cooldown anyway, so we're not going to be casting it twice regardless. Yeah, I'm going to hope for the best. Okay, there's the rain of bullets. That's another tentacle thing. Yeah. So we could take this, which usually does nothing, but if we're against an opponent that has mass swarms of small enemies, it does a lot, but that probably isn't very likely. Rather take my chances and probably miss here. Tanks have a chance to stun enemy on attack is something at least. Not my favorite, but does do something at least. Alright, if we want taunts, we've got our tanks, so we can add taunt to the set. I don't think that's worth the cost. Like, that money could be getting us the magic resist to survive a mage build. It's possible we just hit here. It doesn't, like, these two don't really do much, but I can start building towards the magic defense. And the extra health is pretty good. I can always go in between, since I don't really care about the cooldown. I can roll once, see if I hit something. We definitely do want to get some more shooters. I mean, if I get a tier 3 shooter, it's really good. It's just 15% attack speed to the whole team. So I think I will try for that. We'll hit a low level one instead. That's definitely a dance, like how... Well, how much do they cost? We can roll if they cost 12, but if they cost any more than 12, I don't want to roll, probably. Yeah, this has a 40-second cooldown, so... No, it doesn't really matter if we've got a cooldown reduction for it. Alright. We'll start building in that direction. Very mixed sort of though. Looks like they've got fighters and or throwers as their main set. Potential trickster imposters still here. We have the trickster, but we've got our bouncy bullets. Oh geez, yeah, we decimated that team. I was guessing we were gonna do well looking at the mixed nonsense, but you can never be that sure. I was just like, yeah, maybe. 25% health on our shooters. Let's see, we did already find the bullet storm. Like, in theory, I'm mostly interested in making the shooters do a lot of damage, so we just kill things really quick and we don't care how tanky my shooters are, but there's only so many good options in that realm. We don't have the floor 7 stuff available yet. Final aid on tanks would also be pretty good for us. Maybe. Maybe. I just don't. I'm gonna greet it. I'm gonna greet it. We're not gonna take the HP on the shooters. That might be a mistake, though. Okay, this is decent. Any of my units that becomes attacked, 1 in 3 to poison an enemy back. So that's pretty good. And shooters stun enemies. Yeah, that seems good to me. We get our first tick of magic defense and 1 other shooter. And if I wanted to, I could also buy a shield to put in the bank. It might be about time to stop caring about the tanks. Like, we kind of got them early game for giving that 100 armor when they die sort of thing. I think the plan now is mostly just to lean entirely in on the shooters. So I'm probably okay with that. Yeah, we'll start getting the magic defense and we'll get 1 more shooter. We want 1 more basic newbie. Yeah, I'm probably okay with that. Tacky again. They've got rats and fireballs. And I've only got the 30% magic resist. I don't think that's gonna be enough. They don't have any armor. 1 of their mages has a little armor, and they have a little bit from the last word. We've got a little armor, but we do have the shred too. So, I guess I'm putting this back here. I don't know how the rats prioritize, but it seems like it might be the further back units. So we'd rather those get ratted than my other stuff, if that is the case. Alright, let's see. So they've got 6, 7, 8 mages? The 2 Ettins is kind of interesting. The backline takes? So we got one rat up here, that was all I saw. Oh, we got one rat up front too. Interesting. Alright, alright. That was not what I'd consider a good mage build, but we still survived, and that's what matters. Okay, so this is floor 7. We have access to the thing that we really want now the most. This things can burn mana. Getting like a zombie's a little cute, but we gotta hunt for what we really want here. Okay, we'll grab this prematurely. Well, it's not even that good. We saw that their Daleks didn't actually do that much damage. So, like, this is... Even with that synergy, it's kind of a... Like, you mostly, I think, want that if you're actually running cultists also or something, right? And we don't even have our third shooter yet, for that matter. So, they get 200% of 15%. Yay! Yeah, I don't think we actually care. If we had only like 2 rolls, I would take it, but... That's a better thing, and we have 1 fewer reroll now. Okay, we'll grab that. That's a different summoned creature DPS up. Gross. What do we take for our 1 fencer? Our 1 fencer can't crit, so I guess they get this stupid reinforcement. Okay. I think we made the right choices there, but did not hit what we were looking for. Okay, we got a suction cup, so everyone gets a attack speed up from that. And then we can upgrade this twice. Perfect. Oh, right, this is only level 1. I was like, why is this so bad? Yeah, they're only level 1. Kira! They've got throwers going on. They aren't throwing any. They aren't throwing other units, though. Interesting. Okay, so let's back up our team. Throwers knock enemies down, have more health. They can napalm. Wonder if we spread out from that. They've got no armor. Let's move back approximately here. Do some modest spreading out like this, so that their AoE sort of stuff is less likely to be a disaster. Don't know if it actually makes sense, but seems sensible enough. Okay, well it didn't matter because we just bodied them. I guess when you get sufficient shooters with the bouncy bullets, it starts really working. There it is. There's the Kalen's assembly. Every 3 shooters summon some Kalens. And what's this one? Penetrating shots. Yeah, great. Hook me up. Alright, alright. Things are looking up. Things are looking good. We can even still lose once. Shooter build might be actually online now. And what else is online is my ability to take a break. It's gotta be bottom 10% segues. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Consider dropping a follow if you do happen to be new to the stream. We'll see you back in about 5 minutes here. See you shortly, folks. Alrighty, thank you for your patience, everybody. We are back. So, we're online, hopefully. By our last magic defense upgrade. And see how we look from there. The tanks, the regular tanks look sillier now with the the summons. Okay, so we need to spend 20 on this. And I'm like, just roll for more shooters, I guess. Right? Is it at a point where we might want to actually get the tank taunt online? Ah. We potentially want this. 50% extra health on all our Daleks. I mean, certainly the person we lost to had that. They did have, I mean, well, we have this on Fencers. Sometimes you take what you need to take. They did have some garbage too. We don't necessarily know if they were like super experienced or that's just what they happened to have and they did decently, you know. But that's at least cute. Like I could just grab those two right now. How many shooters do we have right now? We have 10. I feel like we want about 12. And I don't know how much it matters, but it feels like a little bit just like the acid bullets having more and more shooters to really make sure that armor's shredded into the ground is good. And more shooters is also more bullet storms. Rain of bullets. What's your comparison against another? Do we have any other level 2s? We do. Pretty whatever. For some reason, these abilities are listed in a different order on those two units. But yeah, I think we want cheaper shooters the most right now. Like, I still look at the table and I'm like, maybe taunt is gonna be a good thing now, but... That's one of our cheap shooters. Bloop. Pick that up. I guess we can pick up one more puny human. Yeah, because that'll be 12, so we do want one more unit next turn at least. Okay, they've got Tricksters, they've got Valor, they've got Mage, they've only got Fireball from Mage. So they probably don't have very many mages, if any, but it's kind of interesting. No, none of this stuff. They do have bouncing bullets for whatever shooters they have, so they've got a mess. So unless the Tricksters, like, do more than I expected to. Oh, they do have this for the mages, too. And the Topachlorians, but we've got max magic resist, we're fine there. Some decent evasion on them. This really doesn't seem that impressive. You're like the fireball conduit? Yeah, you should just be right here as a fireball conduit. Seems about right. Okay, so... Oh, they went over here instead of over here! That's unfortunate. I thought furthest back was always going to proc it. But if they're over here, this is still furthest away. Okay, I had not seen that happen that way before. So they've just got a mess of things. Okay, it looks like they started with the cosplay and then did not lean into that much at all. We've got like 4 mages. And I still think we're probably in good shape. Oh yeah. We're in very good shape. In fact. Cheers, Asian. No ability to start slows down my summon. I don't think it's worth it. Magic counter spell in the tanks, meh. Oh wait, what's this? That's tentacle stuff, yeah. Gotta remember there might be a couple of those we care about. I could give Berserker to my one fencer. Okay. Plus 30 attack, that is great. That's a melee only, so no on that one. Yeah, that's just huge. Like, it's plus 25% damage on everyone. On my actual damage dealers, anyway. summoned creatures have 50% attack. With one reroll, I guess I take it. What's this? Pinks taunt the whole room at once. Me. Okay, so we're leaning towards wanting this. Like, it feels like if we wanted this, we should have gotten this stuff earlier. So I guess I'm trying it without getting this. The tolerance might be pretty good, though. I don't know. But we can just keep spending our money on more shooters. More shooters is great, so. And we could consider more crappy tanks still. How do we fare in, like, a mirror? I mean, if they have armor and we don't, they probably win. But we do have a lot of armor shred. And we do have the, like, the mirror may not have the Dalek tanks. Yeah, it kind of just seems like more shooters. Not that impressed by the suction cups, right? Not really. Your Daleks don't really have armor, but that's okay. Yeah, alright, I'll take it. I'll take it. One. Like, I mean, I guess these are helpful, so I'll be wanting them anyway, so I think that's fine. Alright, we are against mage tanks. This is about the time that our mage tanks lost to shooters, right? They have no armor. Other than what they get from this stuff. That seems like a pile of garbage. Oh, they might have zombie cultists going? That's possible, but let's see. So no trickster, so you come up. I mean, we probably just want everything back where we put it here. I mean, there are mages which have more range than we do, but yeah, I don't know my distance positioning I want, given that we're summoning a bunch of Daleks, you know. And these can be our lightning rods. do have chain lightning. But... Oh yeah, I meant to try to watch the bouncing plus piercing situation. Like, it's really hard. The bullets are very small. Okay, I think it both bounces and pierces. But I saw, like, the bounce and pierce both going towards nothing. So... But we did destroy them. This mode is entirely like that, Peter. Yes. Yep. So, fully async PvP. There are other modes that are primarily like a PvE roguelike-y sort of thing, but then have like a async PvP end cap, basically. Mega newbie. "25% attack on my shooters. And 10% attack on my everyone." It's probably what I'm taking. What's this one? Summoned creatures have attack speed. Let's see. I don't know if we looked at the bottom tier stuff. Like, is there anything else we really want that I'm unaware of? Like, there's a handful of things we want. There's still a level 1 we want that gives, like, 25% attack speed or whatever. Would be great, but... we've already got the neural prosthetics. That is the level 9 that we want the most, probably. Resurrection would probably be good. Like, we would get another mana, and that would be fine. Killer Tomato's pretty decent. Like, Killer Tomato's good. Like, we've got a bunch of summon buffs, so Killer Tomato would be great. This is the one we just got, so that's cool. Oh, we can get this one too. We can get one of each, so there's still another one of those available. So that's really good. Our projectiles deal 15 splash damage. The difference, though. Like, even the throwers still get 100 on this. The shooters get 15. Like that has to apply to all of the bounces and the pierces. Right? Yeah, it must. Like, the projectile itself has the trait that it causes splash. But that's just funny to see. Bloop, bloop. Magic Shield is probably pretty good. Like, that's doubling our health on our shooters. And Untouchable would be good. I think. Like, we could even take that one on tanks. So what I'm seeing is with 3 rerolls... I mean, are those things really better than just more damage? Like, Tomato is. Tomato's better. mean, I wouldn't be opposed to this. Like, the flat 50 armor is better and more damage. 30% evasion for shooters. That would be better. 25% attack speed for shooters would be better. Oh, also this is level... Okay, no, it's still available 1 through 30. Okay. Making sure there wasn't like a cap that it stops showing up or whatever, you know? Cheers, 8 escape. Yeah, that's interesting. Like, just a boring 10% attack is not bad. I think we've got just enough hits that are better that we want to hunt. Okay, that's an extra 30% attack speed to our minions, but I think I'd rather just take the tomato here. I believe in the tomato. I like to see them punch the newbie there. So, like, more shooters, right? Just... Do we want to level up our shop and give everyone an attack speed up if we hit? We probably do. Right? That significantly lowers my chance of finding the cheap shooters, but we do get plus 20% attack speed on everybody. Otherwise, I could build towards this, which is also pretty good. Like, I could just do that right now. Get 20 armor and 20% attack speed for everybody. Greetings, Walrus Custard. What are we at on our count? One more would give us another daily. Or did I miscount? These rows... Oh, no, okay. This one is an imposter. So I guess, given the fact hitting one more gets us another Dalek, we should probably get one more. I don't know, 20% attack speed on everyone's pretty good. Pretty good indeed. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. I mean, given that, like, okay, I probably want this next turn, but then we want to spend the rest of our money on shooters. We can buy these, I think. Okay, we are in a shooter mirror of some kind, but they've got shooter tricksters, Interesting. Possibly some cultist action. Some newbie dodge. Doesn't seem that threatening. We've got a little bit of armor that we will shred trivially. Sure, I don't know where to put these. No. There we go. So. Looks like they've just got some zombie cultists. That looks pretty weak to me. Why do they absorb so much damage before they take damage? Like, we shot so many times at this thing. We stunned it. Oh, it's the delayed pain. It's the delayed pain. That's what that is. Right, right. That makes sense. Alright. Dalek's tanking fun. Yep. Cool, cool, cool. Almost there. And 10% more attack speed. I mean, that's good. Attack speed's probably better than damage right now. Attack on our tanks? No, no. What's this one? Summon creatures have vampirism. I think with 3 rerolls we look for better. Like, I don't mind missing that much. Summon creatures get 30% attack speed, basically. Or can I give summon creatures 50% attack speed? So is this an additional 200% or is this 200%? Because the way it's written is it's doubled, right? But is it actually tripled? Since it's so niche, like you can do a direct comparison with one right beneath it, you would think that it is triple. But I haven't seen what the attack speed is of them to begin with, so I don't have a comparison point, so it's not even very good science. I'll take it. Gonna actually be afraid that you're going to die, so we will, the 2 small things is always weird looking, huh? Because there. Alright, still finding ourselves some cheap shooters. Here's our 15th shooter. Do I want another cheap tank? Do I want an upgrade? Do I want just the attack speed buff? Like, I'm a little interested if we do an extended late game. Do we want to try to bring Cultist into the picture with all of these summon bonuses? Like, I think the answer is still no. Partially because we don't like have anywhere to put them, because they like if they're behind the shooters, the tentacles can't get out to do anything fast enough. Maybe I'll buy a table. We'll let tanks actually taunt into the extended late game if we get there. Alright, we have purchased a table. Basically, because I'm looking at, like, I don't want anything else on this chart almost. So, like, maybe I do want the armor now, and if I want the armor, the tank's taunt actually becomes good. It's like kind of the extended thought process I was having there. Alright, we are against other shooters. They're this late in the game with no magic defense, huh? Interesting. So definitely a mirror. We have this and this that they don't have. Do they have more total units? They have a similar number of units. They might have pure shooter, whereas we've got the tanks. Although they have some weird stuff going on over here. Shooter linking to fighter. I mean, that's a cute thing to maybe lean into. They don't have the good armor, they have the bad armor. You got the Bulletstorm and the Daleks. They do have the evasion, though. We don't have the evasion. Do we have the slow? I forget if we have the slow. We do not have the slow. So they have the evasion and the slow. Oh, they don't have the flat 30 damage, though. They've got the armor shreds. They've got the blitz. They don't have the extra summon perks as much, or the tomato. It looks like a pretty close fight to me. Like, given that they're missing some of this stuff, it kind of feels like they might have more shooters than I do, and therefore have more damage output. Oh, blast. I mean, I guess it doesn't really help that much to have a lightning rod here, right? Because they're gonna just bounce shots off of whoever's in the front. So we might as well have things kind of move up as a team. Let's see. They don't have the multicast, so some of my bullet storms will double cast on average. So what mess do they have? They have two expensive tanks that they aren't supporting. They've got higher end shooters, one of each. They've got a random cultist. Like, this is a bit too much random shank, right? Like, they spent their money on shop upgrades and like the stupid cultist, right? So I think that's gonna be enough for us. Yeah, it looks good. but it was in fact kind of close. Yep. Okay. That is our victory. Let's see how far we can take it, though. We've successfully won with something that's not named mages, so that's nice. Okay, this is actually good, like, at this point, right? Let's get the tank slowing the enemy attack speed, right as we're actually getting more tanks online. I'm on board for that. I don't think we need to go up to 91.5% magic resist. Not on 5 rolls anyway, right? But I might be underestimating how many useful things are left. If there's a few extra tank abilities that we're now considering useful, Fit's always fine. I think on 3 I'm still gonna press it. Okay, there's the splash, or just the 10% damage, or the attack speed on summon. I think we go for the splash. Let's get the splash on here. I wanted to see, like, so you've got plus 0.48. Did you get something else? Oh, we could actually just see, like, so that's 80%. So that's double. Well, no, this is 30%. It's not listed as a separate thing. Okay. These ones are listed separately. Is the attack speed aura actually 40% even though it says 30%? Or is there something else going on here? Like, 'cause it seems like this is the 40%, like the aura from the shooter bonus being doubled, and then we also see the 40% here. For some reason, this one is plus 0.48. Oh, because its base attack is higher. Its base attack speed is higher. Okay. Oh, I've got the, okay. Good call, Derzak. Good call. It just combines that into one thing rather than listing it separately there. But, yeah, we've got the, 10% more attack speed from that. But, okay, so that does confirm that this is double, not triple, on minions attack. This is such a wild jump. Like, that's the weirdest price jump in the game, right? 10, 20, 60. To still only go up another 20% there. Like, that's only useful in extended endgame for Brawl, right? At that price? Like, you do eventually want it at an extended endgame, but, like, Maybe we just get the armor. Yeah, that's all units, so that applies to our Daleks too. If we hit another strong shooter mirror, or if there's like a late game, I don't know, fencer build or something that's actually doing okay, this will help us survive those first hits before they shred our armor. Alright, let's go ahead and get that. And then we're gonna try to get our third tank. I mean, the fights go pretty quick, so the initial armor still seems like it has a lot of good value. So they've got throwers with a little pizzazz. Cheers, Nonanon. So have them throw at this stuff mostly, and then we'll have another summoned wall of defenses. Something like this approximately makes sense. All right, there's so many footballs. With a couple of shooters in the back to give the attack speed, sure. Wild looking fight. We took it pretty easily, but alright, so we're definitely starting to run out of things we care about. Yeah, we're getting close. I do want at least one more shooter type at this point. But we could also just get more health to our entire team, which is pretty banging too. But we have even a loss left too, so I'm thinking health and shop upgrade, but we'll take a level 3 tank if it's offered instead. Like, we're running out of good hits, so Sticky Blood is okay. I think I've still got enough hits since we're gonna start caring about tanks more that I can roll past this. Armor shred on the tanks. It's like a little cute because it does stack. I know it says does not stack. It doesn't stack with itself, but it will stack with other armor wrecking. So it stacks with the armor wrecking from the shooters. I mean, we've already got the acid bullets, though. Like, it's not that hard to tear down the 80 armor bonus, so it really would only matter if a team has even more from perks that's really making them ultra tanky, which is definitely a thing. And I guess like taunting can give a lot more armor too. It only goes to 0, yeah. guess I'm actually okay with that. There needs to be better sorting for this stuff. It's so annoying to go back through it all. Like, it should also have an option to hide stuff that I already have. What do you got the tomato? Like, there's a bunch of mediocre hits, like this. These are all fine. The best things we want are the level 1s, like the evasion and the plus 25% attack speed to shooters. Those are actually our best things. Oh, and this, right? We don't have the slowing attack either. So those things are what we really wanted. All of those are pretty great. All of those things are really good. Like, this is obviously not that good right now. I'm just figuring that we're actually going to be adding more tanks to the team now. But we'll still pass on it at 4 rerolls. We don't have chance-based stuff really. Like, if we get the other stun effect, that one's chance-based, but even then it goes from 10% to 11.5%, like, eh. But speaking of 1.5% increases, I will go ahead and grab the crocodile skin. Like, there's gonna be a decent amount of mage builds at this point, so we might as well further reduce the magic damage. So when they're doing 4,000 DPS, like, reducing another 1.5% on that does actually matter. Okay, thorn armor on the shooters is fine. It's fine. Yeah, whatever, this is fine positioning. They're not going to be terribly long for this world. Okay, so we're thinking upgrade and health probably. Do the upgrade first in case it gives me a unit that I immediately want. Ooh, Valor Team? Valor Team. Thrower Valor Team. With some summons, huh? And that only gives humans, okay, so that doesn't apply to any further summons, though. And we've got a lot of Shred, so we're probably still in pretty good shape against the Valor Team, although they do have the 80 base here. Be interesting to see if this works for them. Anything else noteworthy? Lots of evasion as well. Get some knockback. The emergency evac plus the pure thrower build. That's cute. That's definitely interesting. And some vampirism. Okay. Interesting stuff. So, like, if we had taunts, I would specifically hold, like, some tanks back for that reason, but when I don't have the taunts, I don't know how much it matters. And like we're gonna have a bunch of Daleks coming up here in the mix anyway, and they aren't throwing that many units at me because they don't have very many. This could be an interesting fight. I really don't have a good grasp of how this is gonna go. So, we've got 2 cultists to raise the dead, 1 random newbie, and yeah, throwing squad here. That's then going to be teleporting out or something. Well, like, it said when they take damage or something, right? When a hit, but they have to use it as an active ability first. Like, I don't know if they teleported out or if they died. Are we stunned? We're stunned, so I think they teleported out barely, or maybe even as they died. Zombos. This looks pretty good, though. But, oh, these things haven't been hit yet, so their armor's still... they still got 275 armor on them right now. That, some of that will go away over time, and I guess our... Shouldn't the negative 50 shred still be active? Oh, maybe they removed debuffs. Maybe they had a debuff remover. But still looking pretty good, I think. Those kind of armor numbers are intimidating, and our units are falling, and they've got the vampirism. Oh god, why is the bounce not working? Like it's not bouncing for most of the shots. I think we do barely lose. It's so close. Wow. Cheers, Jeevel. That was interesting. I don't know why the rubber bullets basically weren't working though. Valor should be only at the start of fight as far as I know. Yeah, they had armor uncast. But that was only giving them a bunch of 75, so that was like 150 of it, which was a lot, to be clear, but I guess that was most of it, because there's also the 80. Yeah. Alright, I think I'm gonna greed and not take the fit. We'll get we don't care about Topoclarians, right? Like, is this... I mean, everything's gonna have 90% magic resist anyway. And that's not magic damage anyway. More armor when taunting, and we might finally enable our taunt. Oh yeah, that's true. There is this jump that makes health really appealing. Because like the second is whatever, but then the third is actually really good again, kind of like the armor. Interesting. Gonna cost $15 to get taunt available. I'm gonna roll with 2 rolls left. So none of these do anything. Yeah, none of these ever do anything, I don't think. Just like trying to think if there's any like add-on to the team that would ever make sense. If it was, it would be cultist, so I guess I'll take that. We did miss on our perks, unfortunately. So that's interesting, because like both the pile of health or having a higher tier shooter would have been things that would have won that fight, right? Potentially. So there is some merit in going for either. That's so much or health, rather. It feels like when I have this many units, I need to take the health, right? Follow-up question, do I take a garbage tank? The lack of any lock makes like you can't speculatively roll so much. Yeah, it's interesting because the extra attack speed and plus just having a higher level unit that has the base damage being higher is really strong too. But yeah, when we've got like 22 units, we need the HP. That's just gotta be too good. This newbie's almost level 3. Alright, I'm gonna cheekily add this on a new person. We're saving that one to be our higher tier shooter unit. Okay, last step is also still pretty good there. Shooters. Without the attack speed bonus at all, that's interesting. Like the first one of this for a shooter team this late seems like a no-brainer to me. So it's a mirror. They've got a lot of the summon stuff. They don't have the extra health on summons here. This would actually be pretty good for us too, potentially, the final aid. Like that could have won the last fight we lost there too. Oh, they do have the base, the thick skin though, that I haven't been able to find yet. And the magic shield that I haven't been able to find yet. And the blitz I haven't been able to find yet. And the evasion I haven't been able to find yet. Interesting. Loosely feels like they're a slightly better version of me, but that can be hard to judge. I mean, is there any reason to have these back? I think I probably might as well just have them front. It's like we've got another wave of tanks that are gonna summon here anyway. Oh yeah, how much? Okay, they've got the two. We've got a lot more health in them. That might be the deciding factor. We've got the health here and the health here. Because like I like their perks a little bit better, I think, but okay, and they've only got 16 shooters. Wait, what did they spend their money on? How many higher tier shooters? Like they've got this one, you know, good old Danny headshot, and they got the railgun here too. Is it just those two though? Seems like it's just those two, so like shop upgrades are expensive. But they are gonna win? Really? Even with the health difference, huh? The flat armor too big. I mean, we knew it was good. We were looking for it. We were just never offered it. Yeah, I think this made the biggest difference, and this was also good. Like, I mean, this helps them get around me having this, to be fair, but like this still would have done really good work, and this would have done really good work. Or this. All three of those would have been fantastic. So, like, this is another spot where it's like, well, this is clearly good if we're going to live long enough that we're in the extended endgame. But we still mostly hit what we wanted to without it. The thing itself is only 5, so it's a pretty cheap upgrade, but you've got to buy this 10 thing first that doesn't even break even by the end of the game. Usually. So it's like, Sail's my least favorite mutation on the board, maybe? I don't know. I really dislike that mutation a lot. Wonder how much did Tolerance help? Oh, Tolerance helps for the canceling my armor debuffs, too. There is that factor, too. So that's interesting. I'm surprised this wasn't closer, though. Surprised that wasn't closer. Still, a solid showing from shooters. Something other than mages can actually win in Brawl mode, it would seem. But I still don't know about the shooter early game. That seems so variable, and like you can just 0 and 3 so easily with the shooters. So it seems worse, but it's at least viable. Well, Valor, you get on floor 5 at the earliest, so it's always a weird spot. Like I don't know how to work with Valor given that it comes that late. When I had been like loosely kind of trying to do a Valor build, if it came up, I thought it came up earlier, but it doesn't. It's 5th floor at the earliest. And if you're doing that and having few units that you're waiting for 5th floor, you might just lose before you make it to the 5th floor. What? Okay, so something that doesn't say it's magic damage is magic damage. We needed Topochlorians? I should have taken that when that was on offer. We apparently do 78% magic damage. Less over here. So the long extended fight. So the bullet storms are magic, even though they don't say they are, I guess. That seems like the case. How is... I know it's just one... What did we have that they were doing? Like, it's a nothing amount of damage, but like, why are they 2/3 magic damage too? Yeah, so the magic damage initial is like entirely, so that is the bullet storm, I guess. Which is like a huge portion of our overall potential damage, but... Well, I mean, they've got massive armor in addition to 92%, 91.5% magic resist is what most people are gonna have. Yeah, so we do want Topochlorians with shooters. Oof. Did they do more damage in this fight at least? A bit. Yeah, this is kind of what I was feeling when I saw the shooter summon team that beat us. Like, the summons are still just not doing that much of the damage. The Daleks move very slowly. So... I did prioritize the perks to upgrade the summon damage pretty low. I mostly only took them when we were low on rerolls. So I did read that situation correctly, I would say. Average armor was only like 90 in these fights? How is their average armor the same as mine? And also, what? What? But, oh, that's such a meaningless number. It's because we got this that this is like your armor varied by 200%, but not in battle. It's that should not work that way. So even when I learned more about the stats, I continue to dislike this stat page a lot. It's really jank.